Hey, welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, the place where geeks come to geek out. As always, I am Bozer.
I'm T.
And we're on the wrong sides. There we go.
Yeah, this is weird. Fix this.
Now we're fixed.
There we go. Thank you. I can't do that. I don't know about you. I've got my side of the bed and I don't like being...
Yes. I've got all my things, my nightstand over here. Everything's within reach. My cups. I don't want to have to reach over you for the remotes when you fall asleep. T, I am overwhelmed with this Fang fam right now.
I know, like, I was expecting something wild to come in, but they really came out in force. So before we forget and get too far ahead of ourselves, we would like to thank Manda Panda, Kelsey Dakota, Lace 1977, Lily Rose Music, Hales 134, Shayne Townsend, cough cough, Winchester in Wonderland, Irene Kiru, Critter for Life, Salarima, Vox Raven Bear, Steffi Ruru. Thank you guys all for the follows. Welcome to 4 Geeks by Geeks, where geeks come to geek out.
And if this is your very first Geek Out sesh, which for so many of you it is, thank you for being here in support of your main squeeze, Jack Townsend. He's going to be here in just a minute. But we do this each and every Monday, 8:30 live, Eastern Standard, live on Twitch. And we are geeking out with the best people on the planet, including yours truly, Jack Townsend. Woo! And one more. Thanks, Shadow Quill.
Not even 5 minutes ago, we're like, hey, this is probably the biggest content creator we've had on the show. And then you guys just came out in full force. So welcome in. We appreciate you greatly.
I couldn't wait to meet all you because Jack was just raving about all of you in the Fang fam beforehand. How you're all sweethearts and just like the warm fuzziest of people on the planet. And that's my kind of gang right
Which
there.
Is ironic for being vampires, but being warm and cuddly.
And John says...
stereotype?
Oh, I don't know. We're going to talk about it.
We are.
We're going to put our feet in our mouths a lot, probably, but forgive us, because we are learning about the vampire culture, and we want to embrace it. But John says, oh, and T, in answer to your earlier question on Insta, yes, I'd say your makeup is vampiric, but also resembling Percy DeRollo makeup. I, too, do the dark circles. Woo, we're big.
Thank you, Bath, for making me look stream presentable.
Irene Kiro says, we are quite misunderstood. And that's where a lot of my questions, my energy, is I want to understand this culture because it's really brand spanking new to me. And I can't wait. But first, I want you to all use the command QOTD, which is question of the day. Because I want to know, if you were to wake up tomorrow as a vampire, what's the very first thing you would do? Or for many of you, what is the first thing you do as vampires every single day of your lives? So T, if you were bitten by Jack Townsend and woke up tomorrow as a vampire, what's the first thing you would do?
The first thing I'm testing is if I can fly.
100%.
Like that's step one, and then step two is I think you got to play test and figure out which blood type is the type for you.
And do you have ideas on how to test that in a safe way, or are you just going full send?
Consensually, just that. No,
okay.
Consensually, obviously.
And ideally, there is a whole community here that help you with that consensuous bloodletting. And maybe that's playing into the misunderstanding and to the faux pas. That's faux pas number one. But I'm excited. Yeah, I think the very first thing is I want to see if I can transform into a bat. And is it only bats? Can I also transform into, I don't know, anything else? Oh my god, do you see Jack's video on the side?
Oh God, no! What?
He's a fucking king. Look,
Oh,
he's
I
a
see.
king.
I'm not logged in, so I don't.
Oh, you
get
can't
to
see
do
that?
all of that. No.
Oh my God, you guys, we're not prepared.
I'm more
for this.
dumbstruck at how pretty of a man he is. And it was kind of like because we were like sitting there talking to each other, and I was like, I can't be next to this man because he's making me feel very inadequate. Because those cheekbones alone, I don't know if he contoured it, but like that's some of the sharpest cheekbones I've ever seen in my entire existence.
I'm gonna ask him if he can work out his cheekbones because I'm pretty sure. But Winchester says, as a vampire, the first thing I do is get coffee. But as a fictional vampire, test if I need glasses. The whole Tobey Maguire, like, oh, wait, what is that? Wow. Drink my coffee, then an apple juice. Is apple juice like a vampire thing?
I know. That's what I think that was going to be my first question, because that seemed to be the common consensus was apple juice.
Okay, I've got questions. And do you know, I think we might know somebody's got answers.
I think so. I think it's time to bring him in.
You guys, you all are here for him, and I appreciate all of you so much. And if you haven't met Jack Townsend, you're about to, and you're going to see why he comes with a cult following, because he's just that pretty, that super dope cool, and the most interesting man on the planet. Please, everybody, give it up in the chat for Jack Townsend!
Hey guys!
The vampire himself, the Lord of Darkness.
Do you see the smoke going on in his room? He's so majestic.
This is what you were missing.
Yes, it's
so
good.
good.
He's turning on the fog machine.
It's
He's just sitting
absolutely
there, just
fantastic.
he's like, wait, what?
I'm thrown off. Either the town have found his village and set his house ablaze, or he is summoning the dark essence.
But that's for future us to deal with, so it's fine.
Jack, thanks for being here.
Hi.
How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing amazing. You guys are a vibe. This is great. Hello, everybody. Hey, Fig Fam.
Oh my God, they all love you. Vladdy Daddy is here.
Vladdy the Daddy.
I have one question though, because it caught my interest and I can't let it go. But I'm missing. We were supposed to ask you to pop your pecs because I am now invested and want to see. Fair enough.
Holy shit. That is control. All of you listening back on podcasts right now, you are missing out, and you're going to need to quickly go over to the YouTube because just for that.
And it hides just enough. It doesn't violate terms of service. It wants you to see, like, it's enticing you. That's how he gets everybody in. It's the pet.
This is how I glamour. This is how I help people. You think it's in the eyes, but it's all in the pecs.
See, for me, it was the cheekbones, but now I think it's the pecs. I think I've moved past the cheekbones. I think it's the pecs now.
But are you able to work out those cheekbones? And what is your regimen?
No.
Fucking genetics,
it's a lot of
man,
it's a lot
time.
of smiling. It's a lot of smiling, and I actually attribute a lot of it to like genetics, but also like it's gonna sound dumb, but like cold showers really do help.
What?
Because really,
Never.
I take a cold shower every single day. Every single day.
I don't want it
3 minutes,
that
4
bad.
minutes at a time. Yeah, no, it's
I'm good. I'm okay.
It is a time. Yeah.
Do you also take a hot shower?
I'd start with a hot shower. This is great.
Okay.
I love how this started off. I'd start with a hot shower. All right, I'll get all my stuff done. I'll bathe, yada, yada, yada. And then I'm like, all right, time for suckage. And then what I'll do is I'll gradually knock the handle down like 1, 2, 3, and then I'll stop. And then I'll sit in it for about like 30 to a minute at a time. And then a 1, 2, 3, 30 to a minute at a time, 1, 2, 3. And I'll make sure that I get everywhere. Because what the science behind it is it's kind of like a lot of bodybuilders will do like cryotherapy.
Yeah.
And they'll do like, like
ice
baths.
baths. Yeah.
But not only does it help your muscles recover, but it also boosts brown fat. So what it does is I know so much stuff about this.
Brown fat. Didn't know it came in colors.
So brown fat, what brown fat does is it actually it's what protects us in the cold. So,
Okay.
but it's easier to burn. So what it does is it replaces the white fat with the brown fat, so it's easier to burn. So if you have like stubborn fat, I know it sounds really like not, you know, like, but it really works. Like it changed so much for me. So I do it every
Really?
single day. Yeah.
All right, T, we're taking cold showers. If we take them together,
I don't know about
can-
we. Together, I mean,
Yeah.
I think I'll suck it up if we do it.
They want me to
We'll
growl.
hold hands. Yes, I want to hear the growl. Everyone in the chat's talking about your growl.
Yeah.
A new kink unlocked. I didn't know I swung towards vampires, but you learned something new. Holy shit! Where did you learn you could do that, or did that just come with the vampire?
I've always been doing it. Like always. I did like metal screaming and stuff, and I've been in a bunch of bands, and I have my own like album coming out that's like a mix of metal, new metal, rap.
What
stuff
don't
like
you fucking do?
I know.
I do everything. My name
He's
is
a true
Jack. I'm a
Renaissance
jack of all trades. I
Save
try
something
to
for
learn
everybody else. Come on now, Jack. Jesus.
But I've been growling since I was really young. It was just something instinctual. It was just something that came to me, and it's always sounded like this, which is never could explain it.
Were you growling out of like a defense mechanism, like against kids on the playground?
No, it's just
Or-
fun. No, it's just fun. It just happens. It was just like, you know, comes out, and I'm just like, all right, that's neat. Okay, yeah.
I
cool.
discovered it. I never stopped. It just kept going.
And yes, I can't play the drums. Touche. You're right. You always remind me I can't.
The one thing, another
That's
member
the
of the
thing.
Jack Broke Me Club, and we love it here. I got my True Blue Carrion Jack Broke Me card. And T brought up a good fact. When I was coming up with the list of questions, normally we might have somebody who wrote a book, or came out with a album, or made a short film. We are talking to someone who's done all of those things. I was like, I don't know how we're going to fit in all of these amazing things on top of you being a vampire in real life.
And he's only a couple hundred years old. So, I mean, he's had time
Yeah.
to perfect the craft, obviously.
Like 600, you know.
Exactly. Just slight. It's something, just some slight.
So one question that I want to kind of get right off the bat, and this might be faux pas number 2, but I'm here to understand the vampire community, and I do so, like everything else in my life, by making all the mistakes. So, do you drink blood?
I love that we're starting. We're like, all right, now I am going to ask you questions, and let me go for the most intense one that I can think of right now.
We don't dip
First
toes.
thing.
We dive in head.
No, I love it. No, that's the only way to do it. That's the only number
Right.
one. Okay, you only truly learn in life by making mistakes. Number one. So making mistakes is very
Yes.
normal and very good.
Hit me.
But that's a very normal question. I mean, vampires are known throughout centuries, millennia as drinking blood. This is something that goes synonymous with vampire culture, vampire media, vampire fiction. The image of fangs piercing the throat, drinking in that vitae, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I drink blood?
I don't
Not
know.
tonight. Not right now. Have I ever? Have I ever? That's a good question. Have I ever done that?
I mean, when I bite my lip, I drink blood. If I have a hangnail, I drink blood.
You know, it's interesting. The question will never die. Maybe this is where I finally answer the question.
Or is it?
Because a lot of people ask me this question. A lot of people ask me, Jack, do you? Jack, do you? Have you? Do you? And I always do the same thing. I always go, no, no, no. Apple juice. It's apple juice. Do I? Have I? I have. In the past. Not anymore. Kick the habit.
And that's
Going
where he
sober,
got the
going
fucking
sober.
cheekbones, T.
That's where it's from.
I knew it!
It makes sense.
Okay.
Once upon a time.
Okay. Good. I'm glad we got that out of the way because so many people, it was itching at the front of their minds. So now we can really get to know the real Jack Townsend, the true Hollywood story.
I love it.
I do have to say, I love the name Jack Townsend. The vibes it gives me is just like 1700s, like cliche folk, not cliche, but like folklore, Salem witch trials. Like that's the energy that name gives me. And so as soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't, even if like this becomes like the biggest flop of like our interviewing like history, like just the name Jack Townsend is gonna live in my head in infamy, in the sense like there is so much to that name that just like it gives like an era of like ambiance and mystery that works so well for this identity that you've created. And I just wanted to point that out. Just love the name.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. I don't even remember how I came up with the name, to be honest with you. Jack Townsend, as you know, is also my titular character of my web series, my novel that I'm actually almost done with.
Okay.
But I just came up with it. The name was just kind of came to me, and it's just stuck. And yeah.
It's almost like one of your past lives just reached into your cortex. I'm like,
tell
my story.
Honestly, maybe there was something to that, because it's such a name, it's such a powerful name that the moment that I started wearing it, my whole life changed. What?
See, I'm not gonna lie. I googled it because I was like, it hit something in my brain. It was scratching, and I can't find anything, which I think makes it that much better. Because one, when you Google your name, it's just you that pops up. So that means clearly at this point in time, you own it. It is you, which is fantastic for the brand. But I was like, there's something scratching there in the back of my brain, and I don't think it's ever going to be answered. And I think I'm okay with that.
We'll just have to keep watching your web series on TikTok until
Correct.
we scratch that itch. But I'm watching the chat and I see all of you, and I'm so sorry for not being able to respond to each and every one of you while we are talking tonight with Jack, but I'm reading them. And so I think one of the first things that we need to do is, for those that are not part of the vampire community or need a little education, I'm seeing how we don't drink the sticky icky as a vampire community, but we feed on energy and we have ambient energy, and I prefer that kind of thing. And so can you first kind of break down what the vampire community is and some things that we need to understand right off the bat?
Absolutely, 100%. Oh my God, are you kidding? So this is very important. See, I'm so used to talking about this in my lives. It is so like every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, I'm always talking about this. There is Hollywood fiction, right? There's fictional vampires, and you always think about Count Dracula. You always think about Alucard from Helsing. You think about Alucard and Dracula from Castlevania. You think of all these different characters, right? And that's where the fiction is. But where the fact is the very real spiritual practice, as well as the community of real life living vampires. There is this community, right? Is broken down into many different sects, where there are those who are partiers, right? Who enjoy the identity, who enjoy the culture, who don't identify as a real life living vampire, but are, you know, the lifestylers are what they're called. So they'll go to the parties, they'll go to the clubs, they'll go to the endless night balls, they'll do it all, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll hang out with real life living vampires. But then you have those who are fully ingrained in the culture, which is not only spiritual practice, but also for some a religion of being a living vampire, where you practice and for many feel you require to take external pranic energy, which if you know anything about prana, if you know anything about life force, any of these things, Reiki, energy is
Reiki,
very
there
real.
we go. That's
Energy
a term
is
I
a
know.
very real thing.
Yeah, exactly. Jinx.
So now, when you do that, Jinx. So when you do that, right, and you break down the idea of Reiki, and you're like, okay, well, I understand energy work, and I know that's a real thing. Some hospitals even use Reiki. So now flip that, and there are those who feel that they do not have enough energy for whatever reason. Maybe they feel their soul is different, so it burns off too much energy. Maybe they feel that they have an energetic wound. Maybe they need more than they have. So with these same principles, these same techniques of Reiki, in the same kind of vein, there is the ability to take energy from consenting donors. In the same way that someone would use it to heal, you can also take.
Okay.
Thus, making them real life living vampires.
So I come from a theater background, and there was a whole class kind of based in this. We would just turn on the music and vibe and just like feel each other's energy flowing off each other. And my wife made fun of me for even taking a class like that. And I like loved it so much and totally bought into it. And I am 100% there with you in believing in this. I just never took it to the next level that there's a whole community behind it. And now you're about to gain one more in your Fang fam.
Let's go. You guys are welcome. Hey, come hang out anytime.
Sorry, T. I'm out of this FGBG stuff.
Damn.
I'm
Do
now
both.
a Fang fam.
You can do both. You can do both.
Yeah, just multitask.
Yeah, exactly. When you break down the idea of like the practice Buddhism, etc., and Reiki, energy work, meditation, right? You meditate. Whenever you meditate, you feel that buzz, you feel that feeling that you kind of slip, you dissociate, right? The ability to feel your energy a lot more.
Yeah.
So now somebody that feels they have an energetic wound or feels that they need more energy can take that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And
This is so educational.
so interesting.
It is. It's interesting stuff.
So, and that's mostly from consenting adults that you would take the energy from.
Yes, and there is a reason. There's a very good reason. I always preach consent because consent is extremely important in any avenue in life.
Right.
Consent is number one. Consent is king for a reason. But especially in something like this, because a lot of people will sit and they'll go, "Oh, well, I don't believe in this, and I don't believe," and it's like that's fine. But when you see it in action, when you see it firsthand, or when you're someone that can do this, that can take energy. I have mistakenly taken energy from someone too much. I've taken too much from a consenting individual, and they passed out.
Oh, damn.
Actually fainted.
Like, as if you were to take blood, they would faint in the same way. Life
Exactly.
force can have the same effect. Wow.
Because it's all prana. It's all your life force. It's all life energy.
Okay.
So it's very important to consent because, I mean, it's yours. It's a piece of you. It's your life essence to take that sip from that. Yeah, you should probably have a say. Probably, most likely.
Yeah. And Winchester says, and if you don't have a donor, somebody that says, yes, you can have my energy, that's where ambient feeding comes from?
Yes, that is where ambient feeding comes from. Because when you have clusters of bodies, when you have people around, the activities, right, that you're taking part in that have different emotions, different physical things you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're a dance club, a restaurant.
Yeah.
That energy is left over because energy never goes away.
Yeah.
So to feed off of ambient energy is to sip from the energy left off.
Okay.
Is that like after the party's done? It's like, well, you're sweeping up, you're just like feeding off of it? Or actively?
If you, let's say you're at, you could do it after. Absolutely. Yes. Dance club concerts. Exactly. One of my favorite techniques is the whirlpool. Right? So what you do is you go, it's going to sound weird.
No, I'm
so
here
what
for
you
it.
do is at a party, at a club, anything, you don't take directly from anyone, but you imagine this large whirlpool in the air,
Mm-hmm.
bringing in the ambient energy, and then you allow it to flow into you. Ambient feeding.
Do you set up like books on how to do this? Because I want to learn.
I don't sell books how to do this. My information comes free. That's one thing that I do, is that I talk about this and I teach people this stuff for free. Because I feel like everyone should have the information. And if I don't have the information, I send them to the places that they can find the information. Like on my website, www.thevampirejacktownson.com, I have, on top of acting and music and modeling and all this stuff,
Everything
I also
else.
have a vampire resources section where I list my favorite resources for people that either identify as real life living vampires or want to learn about it.
Okay. And that's where Gentastic, that's where we're going to go. What if I'm a vampire and just don't know? Is that possible? We can go to your website and find out.
Yep. And yes, absolutely. In fact, can I touch on it?
Please.
It's cool. It's really interesting stuff. So yeah, not everyone knows they're a vampire. So what it's called is having your vampiric awakening. It's when you are aware. when you are aware, right? And my example is, let's say you're born with a limp, right?
A lip?
You're a limp, right?
A limp.
So
Okay,
you're limping throughout your life. You're limping throughout your life. You don't know. You have no idea. You're just limping. You're just walking. One day somebody walks up to you and go, you know, you have a limp, right? And then you never, ever unsee it. That is basically what an awakening is. It is the full awareness of what is happening to you, as well as there are other things involved as well, but that's my way of summing it up. But the most common awakening is called being a latent vampire, being a latent awakened. And that actually only happens from your late teens throughout life. There are people that awaken at like 40, 50 years old. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, what is happening? What is going on? I don't feel the same. And it's like, well, here's what it might be. Here are some ideas.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker. These thighs, motherfucker.
Cheese fries, motherfucker. And Alec had a question kind of regarding that. Does being an empath do anything as well? Like someone who feels the emotions of others? Is that kind of a similar vein?
See, it's interesting because I've actually gotten that question before, and I always have the same answer. Because I want to learn about this to whatever degree that I can. So I actually interview people that they say they're otherkin, which an otherkin is somebody that feels that their soul is not entirely human. And then you have like people that say they're empaths, etc., etc. I go on my lives and I go, send me a message on Instagram. Send me a message. I want to learn everything I can about this because I want the knowledge, you know, because I feel like if you turn someone away or you go, well, that's silly, you may have just completely discarded a way of learning something you may have never known.
Yeah, you're like a vampire of knowledge.
Yes. But an empath, right? They feel things to an insane degree. We have empathetic traits. We absolutely do. We have a higher empathy, but nowhere near what empaths feel. Nowhere near. No.
Okay. So at least on an emotional level, you have vampires, and then you have empaths.
Up here. Yeah.
Okay, higher. Okay, oh my god. I had no idea that we were going to like jump off the deep end.
Oh, this is 100% where I was expecting this to go.
I had kind of starter questions first, but I'm like, okay, skip those. I don't care about those. So, to backtrack a little bit, when was your vampiric awakening? And how did you become the vampire Jack Townsend?
This is great. This is wonderful. So my road is not just this like cookie cutter, you know, like I was born, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I was born into darkness. No, I have my awakening. I was born
in the dark.
I was born in it. Born in bad. I didn't find vampirism till I was only a man. No, I had my awakening actually when I was about 7 years old, when I was a kid.
Okay.
And it wasn't just this kind of one and done thing where I was like, well, I'm a vampire. I didn't know what was happening to me. I was completely confused. So I actually trusted a very good friend of mine and was like, I don't know what's going on. I do not feel normal. So we would run, as kids do, you run all these tests that you think are so scientific. You think you're so like, you know, but eventually I didn't have any knowledge. I couldn't find anything because when I was a kid, I didn't even have like AOL to use anything. There's no search engines to figure this stuff out.
It's not books for this.
Not that I knew of.
Yeah.
Not that I knew of.
Not readily available, I guess.
Exactly.
It's in the restricted section.
Eventually, I found this when I was in high school, and I actually was able to it kind of found me again because it never really left. Because there's moments of denial. Of course, you have denial. This sounds such like a ridiculous thing, right? It's like, oh, you're a vampire. Well, that's ridiculous. So of course, even for us, we have those moments where we're like, oh, I'm crazy. I'm definitely just crazy. Oh my gosh. Like, I gotta just kind of like push this to the side. But it always comes back, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It always just creep back up on you. So around high school, that started to happen to me again. And I was like, well, let me just see what I can find. Let me just Google. And I found everything. And I had known about, what is his name? Don Henry from Madhouse. Madhouse, if you've ever heard of him. And I didn't know how legitimate this was until I found the information that I was seeking. And then from then I started doing all the practices. And then, yeah, about a year and a half ago, this is all working into the Vampire Jack Townsend.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago, I'm going through one of the hardest times of my life. One of the hardest times of my life. And I go, I want to get back into acting. I want to take my character that's been on my mind, Jack, for 3 years. I want to bring him to TikTok. It's a much bigger audience. If they don't like me, they don't like me. At least I'm creating for me, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, let me put this out here. I'm going to put it out there, see if anybody picks up, anybody likes it. And if not, then it's okay. And whoop, it completely took off, and to my surprise. And it has just been an entire year and a half of insanity of just elevating this. And that's how I became Jack Townsend.
And so in that year and a half, you've written a book and a web series and a short film and an album?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I'm clearly not productive with my time well enough.
What have we been doing, Dave?
I don't know. I'm sitting here like, I've got 7 streams this week. I've got to go to the gym. I've got some personal projects. I'm like, I don't have enough time to do all this shit. And now Jack's sitting here is like, you're just not utilizing your time properly. Be better.
Well, when you don't have to sleep, it makes it easier.
Oh, I sleep. I just sleep a little later.
I'm like, you're talking about some things, especially like with the awakening and early on and feeling different, that I might have to stick around and talk to you for a minute after the stream.
Let's go.
For real, just quick, not to touch on it too long, but in middle school, I like felt this like energy was like welling up inside of me, and I didn't know what it was or what to do with it. And I found this like dark web chat forum where everyone pretended they had superpowers. I'm sure some of them really did in that kind of way, but they painted this whole narrative of like fighting zombies from the Resident Evil in England at the time there was a war. And so later I'm like, oh, so that was not real. But there was a person in there that like I did talk to one-on-one, and she was really helpful about honing the energy. And as you're talking about it, this memory is coming rushing back that I like repressed for a long time because I didn't want to get made fun of.
That's very common. That is extremely common. And the majority of the vampire, you probably haven't really met that many real life living vampires.
No!
More than you think. But most of us stay quiet because we're afraid of persecution. So
right,
those
villagers.
those who have these abilities or have these, that are awakening, are scared to find it, are scared to go any further because judgment, peer pressure. Mm-hmm. There's so many things stopping you. So yeah, it's pretty common. It's very common. Okay,
we'll talk later.
Anytime.
This isn't about me. This is about the vampire Jack Townsend. So I'm looking at my list. I got so off track now. Gosh. Can I hear that growl one more time? No, just kidding.
Anytime.
Okay, so in the last year and a half, you have hit the ground running. Walk us through that like creative journey. What was the first thing, and how do these things domino? And this is your time to kind of just highlight these amazing things so people can go find them.
All right, this is great. So it all started with I had the character of Jack. Jack has been on my mind for years. I used to play Vampire the Masquerade. I used to storytell. So I would use my own character that I had created to kind of like play in the games.
Okay.
But he had existed before that. So when I first came to TikTok, right, I started off kind of like, oh, Vampire the Masquerade, yada, 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 right? And I was like, this would be like a good way to kind of like avenue this and see if anybody has an interest. Fully having my own lore, my own story, my own background, but my own fear to like, get this out there, because it's kind of hard to sell that, you know what I mean? So a lot of people jumped to it. A lot of people liked it. I would also at the same time, while I would make kind of like these very one-man show story posts where I would do full acting, would put out text posts of my poetry, text posts of my writing. And eventually people went, we want a book, we want a book, we want a book. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? You want a book? Like, I've been writing my whole life. Like, I never took any classes. I never did anything like that. But it's also just been something that comes from me. I love writing poetry, especially.
Yeah.
So, eventually, when I was able to, and I was very much helped out by my amazing girlfriend, now fiance, Shayne, who is an author, who is a best-selling author of the Light and Darkness series. When she taught me how to do these things, how to self-publish, how to, put a book together. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's put the book together. And let's see if people like it. And it was a bestseller literally overnight.
Holy shit.
Overnight. And from then I was just like, all right, let's go. Let's keep going. From then, I continued the web series. The web series is ongoing. And the web series isn't just me. Like, there's my end of it, which is the storytelling and what Jack's experience is, and his villain, Aiden, and, his, kind of like weird soul brother, Nadia. But there's also the Fang Fam community, who these amazing creators, these amazing actors, these amazing role players, they will wear the skin of their characters that they create and be in the world as well. And we will work off of each other to make this gigantic, epic fucking story.
That's dope as hell.
I respect.
From then,
How many abs does this person have?
So many abs.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
That's a self-portrait.
So,
Okay, so from there, yeah.
From there, we ended up on a whim. We did this in a day. We did we made a story. We were talking, me and my fiance Shayne. We had been bouncing this idea that we wanted to write a story together called False Light, which was a vampire story, which was kind of like an adult version of Twilight, but with all the vampire stuff that we did not get. All of the gore, all of the violence, all of the horror. And we were like, well, this is what we want to do, a romance story, but with those hard R, terrifying moments. And we were like, False Light. That's what we'll call it. So one day we take our phones out, we go out, we spend an entire day shooting, and we made a short film or a conceptual trailer for it in a day.
Just with your phones?
Just with our phones.
Wow.
Entered it into indie competitions, and I think we won 2 awards so far.
So it sounds like you're just naturally good at everything you touch and do, and are carved by the gods and just have good genes. Like, what the hell?
But from then I ended up writing, there's so much stuff. From then I ended up writing my second book, which was like a lot of my poems from my first book, Blood and Roses, which, hey, is right here,
Nice.
by the way, which these guys know.
Of course.
A lot of these were from years and years of what I was going through, what was happening in my real life, my outside life, I mean. So a lot of the ways that I would vent my frustrations or get myself into a good headspace was I would write. So a lot of these poems are from that, but they were also character poems that Jack himself as the character would write. So a lot of it was like RP, kind of like his situations and his feelings. He would write about certain characters. And that to me was really, amazing that they loved it, but I wanted to sit down. I wanted to sit down and put love to something, just straight on. And that's where this guy came from. So I spent months putting everything together to write something that was a true labor of love. That was an appreciation to my community. And
And
Death
that's
and Lilies.
titled what? Death and what?
Death and Lilies.
Lilies. Okay. Sorry, if the screen, I'm having a hard time reading. I'm looking like an old man. Like,
Wait,
my
Dad?
glasses.
What did you say?
You can't read
What?
that font.
Where do you that? So both of these are out on Amazon, Google Play, iTunes, Kobo, and Barnes and Noble. But this one actually,
loves
oh my
Barnes
god, I
and
didn't
Noble.
even mention this. In the same year, I actually did an entire audiobook for this one, and that's as well on Audible.
And do you voice it yourself?
Yep. And I mix the music, everything.
You are a one-man show. So where
Actually,
do you... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to give you guys an idea of what I do, and just because I saw you pull up the Instagram, I'm like, no, go to the TikTok and watch one of the last videos I did.
Okay.
Because I made a story video. I made a story video that I'm really, really proud of.
Okay.
That you won't understand anything that's happening, but
Well,
it's
show
really
it off.
good. If you want
That'll
to.
just force us to go back and watch everything else.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know if that's coming through. Okay, that was very loud in my ears.
But from
Yes.
then, we did, and then after that, we decided to do the Vampire Jack Townsend short film conceptual trailer, which is my IP, and we had a 12-14 minutes extended edition we ended up dropping for the community, and we're going to be putting these together for Amazon Prime in the future as well. And then in between, I had time to write an entire album of 18 songs.
You know, just something casual.
But like honestly, how do you find the time to do all that, and how do you find the motivation? Because so many people that come on the show are creators, or those hanging out in the chat are content creators, or want to be those things one day.
Yeah, of course.
And they run into those almost, I'm going to use this ironically, those energy vampires, those creativity vampires, those things in your life that just suck the joy out of it. But you seem to have a plethora and an unending fountain of it. So where does it come from?
You know, the thing of it is this, right? In my life, I felt I was unable to do the things that I wanted to do. I wasn't able to follow the creative paths that I wished to. So with all of that pent-up creativity from the years, I have put all of it into a single year and a half. Everything, all of my love, all of my passion, all of this stuff that I wasn't able to do, I dropped that shit like a fucking house on a year.
It's impressive.
Very.
Thank you.
It's impressive.
Do you worry that you'll have any gas in the tank for the future?
You know, that's the thing. No, I don't. You know, I think the thing of it is to sit. You know, one of the things talking about real life living vampires.
Yeah.
I practice something that we call the immortal mindset. So the immortal mindset, what it is to, one, make something every single day. Do something every single day that leaves a legacy, that leaves something behind that you're proud of, that leaves something that'll be remembered in a positive light. That way you are immortal. So that's the goal.
Every day, though, that sounds like a lot.
As much as you can. As much as you can. As much as you're able.
Well, whatever you're doing in that year and a half has created such the impression on everybody, because everyone's just popping off in the chat how proud they are of you. And you are creating, this is your legacy. The lives that you have touched, the people that feel seen for maybe the first time because you geeked out loud about that thing that you felt like you shouldn't for so long. I'm proud of you too, Jack.
We have, in our community, man, I gotta say, the crowning achievement to this all, on top of all these things that I did in this year and a half, all these things, you know, also coming out as a real life living vampire, all these things. My crowning achievement is this fucking community. These incredible people who have changed my life. Because yes, me on my own, I'm Jack. They are the people that make me the Vampire Jack Townsend. They are.
Damn. Hey T, what makes us the Fug Buggies?
We're not. It's not a thing. It will never be a thing. I do not endorse that fucking name in the slightest.
That's our community, our cute
It's not.
community name.
No, it's not.
We have they're the Fug Buggies. Yeah.
They're not.
I like it.
I'm gonna make a thing. Is this the video? This last one?
No. It's where is it? Not that one. Oh no, it's all scattered. What's going on?
I don't know.
Go to.
I don't know why it's all
You're
out
at
of order.
his top account.
Let's
You actually
see.
have to go into his
Go-
account.
Let's
Oh,
go.
You're just
oh.
looking at his top videos.
I
Oh,
get
you look
you.
at my top
Sorry, I thought I was there. Okay, here we are.
Okay, click. Yeah. The next one.
This one?
That one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm hoping we can hear it.
This is like the web series stuff I do.
You shot this on your phone?
Yep.
Listen, phones have come a long way.
This is called Meet Your Maker.
What were you thinking?
You guys are gonna be so confused, but I don't even care.
Don't you know that only monsters live here? Please.
Vadron, yeah.
Please.
This is the character of Vadron?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have thought of that before you stowed into the veil.
The veil.
Please, please. Into my domain. Your life is forfeit now. You have no one to blame but yourself. I've taken your life from you. Your mistake was your own. What are you?
The growl.
I'm a vampire, my silly little friend.
You are a king at makeup, by the way.
What were you doing
Thank
here
you!
anyway?
These look like two different people.
Yeah.
You have no care for your safety. No one that would mourn you. I'm an outcast. I have nothing and no one. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm tired of being alone too. This may have been an accident, but maybe it doesn't have to be. Will you join me? God damn it.
God damn it. Oh my god, you just shot that in a day?
Yeah.
It's a good emphasis of what is people don't realize, like, oh, I need these big budget sets, I need all this money to spend, and you don't anymore. You don't. If you pay attention to just what your phone is capable of and just a little bit of editing, you can go a very long way. As you emphasize there, I mean, you had what, 2 costume sets there, a little bit of makeup, and then what, I had to guess maybe 3 hours shooting, maybe the same into editing.
Yeah.
So it's just fantastic emphasis of people are like, oh, I can't do this because. I'm like, no, you can. Just look at what is available and around you and just work with what you have. And clearly the world is, at your point, it is your oyster at that point. You can do anything you set your mind to.
It all comes down to the will to do it. The understanding of going, it's when people are saying, don't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. Oh, no. Is just going, well, how? How do I do it? Where's the how? How do I make this possible? It's not about the no, it's about the how. Not the I can't, it's about how do I.
And I know earlier I said, wow, you just seem like you're just naturally good at everything. But that is completely downplaying, I'm sure, the years and years of work and effort and time you took to learn and hone a skill. So can I ask, what is your background? Because you're very musical, theatrical. Like, what do you do? Where'd you learn all these skills?
This has just always been in me.
Years of experience, obviously.
I wish I had more to say about it. This has always been in me. Everyone always asks, like, what plays have you been in? Like commercials, what shows, with this, and I'm just like, I haven't. Like, I was in Oliver when I was a kid. I was in Oliver. I was in.
That's it. I could tell. I could see the class.
Yeah, I was in The Music Man. But honestly, I went to John Robert Powers for a very short stint of time. Nothing that would really do anything. But the thing that really was just my passion and just time. when I had time on my hands, I would just completely dedicate myself to just learning how to sing. I taught myself how to sing. I taught myself how to write. I taught myself how to act. All of these things. I taught myself how to do makeup. It's just really about the dedication to just learning. You don't need somebody to teach you. You are your own teacher if you allow yourself to be.
You're just wiping away every excuse that I have why I'm not doing what I want to be doing, and it's really annoying, Jack. It's just annoying.
Yeah!
You're being too fucking optimistic, and you need to knock it off.
Oh my god.
I'm accountable for my actions? Fuck you.
Oh wait, I have to do something. This is really important. Elias, my friend Elias is in the chat. Brother! That's for him.
And we've gotten a request for the Aiden laugh for about the last 10 minutes.
Oh no.
We need to hear the Aiden laugh.
Okay, so Jack's main enemy was his brother in blood. They were both sired by Alexander Lamont. Aiden is a psychopath. He is a pure, unparalleled, lethal machine. He is an assassin. He's a monster. He ends up dying, but he doesn't really end up dying. He ends up being trapped inside of Jack's body. Jack expels him, but then this is so much lore. Being expelled, he actually ends up, because this spell that Jack uses cleaves his soul in two. So there's this humanity, good side, innocent side of the person that Aiden forgot he was, and then all of the evil that Aiden is, or that he became. So this walking cesspool of monstrosity is just walking around, and I had to come up with what does he sound now? What does he sound like? He can't sound like the same. So because usually Aiden sounds very refined, he's a very smooth monster. But he has this horrible fucking laugh that I got from 30 Days of Night, and I mixed it with a hyena. And it's terrifying, dude.
I need to change my pants a second time for a very different reason tonight. Holy shit. I just love how so many people are really connecting with this insane story and lore that you have in your mind of these characters, and because you let them exist in the real world, then people can connect with them. Good for you.
Thank you. You know, that's all it takes. I've learned that all it takes is, if you have an idea, if you have something you want to do, there is an audience for it. That's all you do. You put it out there, and you may not get the general population, but it isn't about the general population. It's about even one person. If one person watches your shit, read your stuff, any of these things, that's it. That's enough. And eventually another person will find it, another. And before you know it, you have this community of people who love what you're doing. And that's what matters.
And next thing you know, you have 40 people following you to a completely different website to talk with complete strangers.
And to adopt them into your new Fang fam. Because, yeah, Winchester, I'm definitely Fang gang. Fang fam. Fang fam.
Fang fam.
Not Fang gang? Why not Fang gang?
Fang gang. I like Fang gang too. That could be a subsect.
Okay.
Fang gang.
It's the FGBG offshoot of the Fang fam.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Gang.
Let's go.
We'll be your branch. We're franchising.
Franchising.
And no, Majestic, Bozer ain't good. I am loving tonight. I don't know how we get the best people on the show each and every week, but we seem to do it week after week after week. T, why do they accept our invite?
I don't fucking know, because we're morons.
But we're here for it. And we
are.
get to hang out with people like the vampire Jack Townsend. And for all of you that are brand new to the Geek Out session tonight, thank you so much for coming and supporting him and hanging out with him and coming over here and following the channel. So if this is your first time, we do this every week, 8:30 Monday nights. I can't remember who's next week, but it doesn't matter because I'm too focused on right now.
I don't know either. That's your department.
And one little stream goal that we had was to make it to 500 followers. And when we did, we were going to do a 24-hour live stream. T, we're at 499.
Holy shit!
And
Guys,
that is
subscribe.
all
Pause.
because
We're at 501.
holy shit. That is all because of the Fang Gang! The offshoot!
We quite literally
Fang Gang!
jumped 29 followers today and got us to 500.
Good job, Fang
It's
fans.
deserved.
deserved.
friends.
It's deserved. You
Thank
guys are
you.
a vibe, man. You guys are amazing, honestly.
Elias, I do believe you were 500.
And so
to
now we have
make
to do a 24-hour hot tub live stream. We're going to
All
do
right,
it.
I do want to make sure we go back and thank. Where did I stop? All right, so thank you, Shadow Quill.
Mwah.
Thank you for Luna Crystal. Thank you
Mwah.
for Catherine. Thank you, Christina Indy, Lady
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Abigail, James Lee Brockway, Zirin, Nikki, Genestic. Sorry, I can't read.
Gentastic.
Gentastic. Thank you. I don't know where my
Gentastic?
music cakes. Witchy, Korea, Kali, Nymphwitch. Love that name.
Love
Elias, Wonder Girl, Marinac, Majestic. Thank you all.
Holy
We
shit.
appreciate you all greatly. Welcome
Never
to the 4
seen
Geeks
a
by
list
Geeks.
of names that long ever on the show.
Yeah, no, this is we're breaking some records today.
Most mess in my pants in one episode.
Yes, good.
Most feet in my mouth in one episode. They're doing good. But like I said, I have a lot I want to talk to you, whether it's after or I might just be blowing up your DMs for the next
Anytime.
8 years.
Hit me up. Hit me up anytime.
Because I've got some things I really do want to talk to you about. But in the meantime, I'm kind of feeling a game.
Let's go.
I'm terrified for this game.
Let's do
So,
it.
if this is your first time, we do Geek Out Sesh, we talk, we vibe, and then at the end of the stream, we do something ridiculous. And we like to play a game. And so today, I've got a vampire quiz. We'll list of 20 questions. And that might be, a quiz. Wow, that's entertaining, sure. But it's going to be Jack answering the questions. And if he gets it wrong, then he said it's going to be up to the Fang Fam to decide what
Fang Fam has
happens.
to decide what happens. Oh no, that's
You have to
even worse.
consent, though. But if he gets it right, T and I have to do a shot of garlic salt or garlic powder.
Oof.
I'm so not looking forward to this. My better half, I asked her to bring me a spoon, and she brought me a tablespoon.
Oh, I still have a teaspoon. Should I give it a bigger spoon?
Nope.
I just have this little guy.
I'm living with the consequences of my own actions.
And now we've given the power to the chat, and they don't even know what to do with it. Why give us this power? I like this. Have a smile.
It's more chaotic. It makes more sense.
Chaos is what we thrive in. It's okay.
All right, so are you ready for question number 1?
I'm terrified. Let's go.
And T, feel free. You can play along too. You haven't seen these, but only I alone have the power to know the right answers. All right, question number 1. In the category of animals, we all know about vampire bats, those little blood eaters that are native to the Americas. But how fast can they run?
What are these?
Hold on, say that again, because I got
What are these
distracted by
questions?
bat, and then I heard running.
How fast does a vampire bat run? I'll give you
It's
some
gonna be
options.
something surprising.
I'll give you some options. About 40 miles an hour, about 4.9 miles an hour, about 0.17 miles an hour, or they can't run at all.
No, they can't. Bats don't run.
You mean running isn't like full blown running?
Yeah, like on their 2 little leggies, without using their wings, how fast could they run?
What were the lower options?
There was 4 miles an hour, 0.17 miles an hour, or they can't run at all. And then there was a 40.
I'm gonna say, I've watched vampire bats. I know that they crawl. They don't really have the really good ability to run, but they do crawl. They have to. So I'm gonna say it's more surprising when I'm gonna go with 4, but I think that it probably is a little lower.
Okay. T, what's your guess?
I want to go the decimal one. I want to go the
0.17.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Cornell University did a study on the mammals, putting them on treadmills. And researcher Daniel Riskin said, the typical bat can get from A to B, but it looks really clumsy while it does. Vampires, though, are pretty quick on the ground. And they can actually run a whopping 4.9 miles an hour. He got it right. We're eating garlic.
Damn it.
Yes.
Now, a lot of you are Googling, and you're seeing
That's on
2.5
treadmills.
miles an
That's
hour.
great.
Yeah. You
That
might find
just
something
seems
different,
like a
but-
Saturday Night Live bit. You have just a bunch of scientists sitting around. A bat flies by a wind. Like, how fast do you think that could run? And they go out and catch the bat and put it on a treadmill. You can't tell me that was not the circumstance to set
Oh, this
that
is
up.
great. I'm happy. This is great.
Ugh.
I am not happy.
You ever
I
done
do
a
a lot
shot
of
of garlic
stupid
salt?
things for this show, but
Okay. Bon appetit.
Down the hatch.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh no.
I'd rather
Feel
lick
the
Switch
burn.
cartridges again.
God.
It's
I
so
am garlic.
grainy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ah.
That is a time. That is a time. Oh no, you poor things.
Ah. I think I'd rather lick Switch cartridges again. Which, by the way,
Ugh.
don't do.
Oh, God. No more right answers for you. I'm going to take a smaller scoop.
That's only the second worst thing I've put in my mouth this week is the problem.
I don't want to know the first.
I just told you, the Switch
Oh.
cartridges.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Oh, is that
question
the
number
same
2.
week? Oh my gosh.
This is a brain teaser. You got to think quick. In the word vampire, you can find several 2-letter abbreviations in the order that they appear within the word. So it's not scrambling the letters. Which of these is not one of them? The postal abbreviation for Virginia, the abbreviation for anti-meridium, the abbreviation for emergency room, or the abbreviation for military police.
Oh my god.
This is the vampire quiz that I
Oh,
found.
say
on the
that.
internet.
Off.
Go do that again.
The abbreviation for the state of Virginia,
Right.
the abbreviation for emergency room, the abbreviation for military police, or the abbreviation for anti-meridian.
Right, but what was the actual question? Which
Oh.
one is not?
Which is not in the word in order of the letters.
Oh, emergency room. Because it's RE, not ER.
Yeah. I'll go with
Virginia,
emergency
VA, military police, MP. So yeah. And the other one doesn't matter because ER doesn't work, so it's emergency room.
Okay, so
room. I'll go with emergency room.
because now I've opened up kind of a new way of this game working. Let's say because T answered first, you get the point.
I never want to eat garlic again.
And so now it's Vampire Jack Townsend gets some sort of punishment.
All right, you guys choose. Fam, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Oh no,
He did not consent to this.
this is great.
Ooh, make him
Make it
bite
buzz.
his lip.
Elias is way
Oh,
too
we're doing.
excited.
Hey, you spicy things. Let's go. I'm fine with this.
Wait, pause.
We eat garlic and die on stream, and he gets to sexily bite his lip. The hell? But that's what chat wanted. So give us.
I'll give you 2.
Yeah.
Ugh. Man, he's getting off easy. We got growl, spicy growl. Break
Where-
us with Aiden's voice.
Where does that placement in your throat, like when you're growling, is it in the back of your throat?
Oh, it's like all. It's like
Does
all
it ever? Does it resonate up in your like sinus passage at all?
Nope. Nothing.
Okay, just down here. Okay. Anyway, question number 3.
I'm gonna get a phone call from Caitlin later. What the fuck is Bo? Why is Bozer walking around the house growling?
And like,
Yeah.
why am I tired all the time? Because he's been vampirically sucking my life force.
Also, only our community is gonna get this. But Jack, you give us Jeff Sitz energy, which is one of our other talking heads.
He's really the best of us.
You guys would get along swimmingly.
Swimmingly.
I want to come back then. That sounds cool.
I
Wants
want
to
to
be
throw
Jeff
this
Sitz.
garlic out the window. I hate every
Well-
part of this.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
With his dark soul.
I'll ask a question, and then T, if you answer first and it's correct, you win.
Fuck.
Jack answers first and it's correct, then he wins. There's usually multiple choice, and I'll give them to you if it feels like you need them. Okay. Question number 3. Celebrities. Which actor was buried in Culver City, California, wearing a Dracula cape?
This is very niche.
Was it Max Schreck, Christopher Lee, Boris Karloff, or Bela Lugosi?
If this is how I find out Christopher Lee is dead.
Yeah, Christopher Lee is passed, sadly.
Talk about it.
I'm
Jack.
not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to say Christopher Lee.
Honestly, with his life, I wouldn't be shocked by that one. When you're a knight, when you're the OG James Bond, when you were a literal spy, like, yeah, I think that's fitting for him to be buried in a Dracula. But it also doesn't make sense for him to be buried in California.
I would say Bela Lugosi. I mean, that would make the most sense, obviously. But I only say Christopher Lee because a lot of people don't realize that Christopher Lee also played Dracula. And from what I know, it was one of his favorite roles, from what I remember.
That's the only name I recognize from that list.
So you got to lock it in.
I'm gonna say Christopher Lee.
Okay. And T?
I might be wrong, but I'll take it.
Okay.
And it just seems fitting, and I want it to
It could be Bela Lugosi, though. It could be Bela Lugosi, and I'll take the loss if it's Bela.
You should have gone with your second gut.
Oh, it's Bela.
Bela Lugosi. Lugosi's son, Bela Jr., and his fourth wife, former Lillian Arch, made the request that Lugosi be buried in one of his stage capes. He died of a heart attack in 1956 after a career in horror films.
Oh, like OG Dracula.
That makes sense.
He was born in 1882?
See, I thought it was going to be too obvious. Honestly, I was like, oh, maybe Christopher Lee? Because that's something maybe I could see happening, but okay.
All right, so then Manda Panda said he needs to get the answer wrong, then do Lamont.
You agreed to this. You opened the can of worms. Now you must live with them.
All right, so like I said,
Lamont.
Alexander Lamont is Jack and Aiden's sire, and he's like a sycophant. He's bad news bears. Like he really is. And his voice, and everyone in the community is literally, a lot of them are going no because it's like it gives them the ick for lots of good reasons. Yes. Oh, Bowser, I'm so glad you brought me on the show. Thank you so much.
I'm a married spud. God.
Oh, shit.
You've never made me question so many things about myself in one day. New record on the stream, too. Record number 3 broken. Thought I was pretty secure. Can't say so now. Okay. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna
We have
wake
a
up
question in
in a
the
cold
chat.
sweat.
I'm a married spud. What the fuck is a spud?
Is that a real?
I've never heard that before.
Oh, that breaks my Disney Toy Story heart.
Toy Story.
Thank you, Jack.
Mr. Potato Head.
I
think the
don't
first one
recognize that in the slightest.
It's the second one, isn't it? Wait, no, it's. Wait, when does he say it? Oh, come on.
I think it would be the second one because that's where they meet the other toys and there's some sort of
third one. No. It feels like it was.
I think the second one because I watched second a lot more than the first as a kid.
Maybe it was the second one.
And it just lives in my mind.
I don't remember.
It's a Barbie.
Had been in the car with a Barbie.
The Barbies.
The Barbies at
That's
the
the
toy
second.
store. That's number 2. Yeah.
Great
I
one.
just completely
they're
missed
trying
this
to find-
scene over the last 20 years.
They're trying to
think
find
you did.
Woody. They're trying to find Woody, and they end up at Al's Toy Barn, and they're in there, and
clearly need
they come
to
across the
rewatch Toy
Barbies.
Story, too.
Yeah.
It's honestly one of the best Toy Story. I'm gonna say it. The best.
Oh,
Toy Story.
easily. Oh, hands down. Oh, without a doubt. No.
Okay, well that was something. Next question. No roughing the host. Okay. Question number 4. Entertainment. Which 2002 comic book miniseries by Stephen Niles and Ben Templesmith tells the story of vampires descending on Barrow, Alaska? The vampires... Yes? Do you have an answer?
30 Days Night.
The vampires realize that when the sun goes down in Barrow, it stays down for a long time. That's an immediate right answer. 30 Days of Night.
That's like one of my favorites, hands down.
In 2007, David Slade directed the film adaptation of the popular miniseries. Josh Hartnett played Sheriff Eben Olsen, one of the townsfolk who managed to survive the initial onslaught of the vampires. I love that movie, actually.
Oh, it's so good.
I always get that confused with 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Similar, but not quite the same. All right, Team, more garlic.
I don't know
You
if I
guys got
can.
this. You guys got this.
I'm doing a little, even with my teaspoon. Here, I'll bring it up here so y'all can see. I'm just going to do a little because even half of this was too much.
Oh, no.
Things I do for the internet.
Right. Is this what they all planned on when they created this great tool to connect us all? This is what they imagined.
I hope not, but this is really all we have to bring to the table, so.
We're not good at anything else.
Big facts.
Cheers!
All right.
Clink.
Ooh. I like what Fantastic said, too. Oh, no! Oh, you guys! Oh, my no!
It's like
doing
causing
cocaine.
Oh, that was
convulsions.
horrible.
Now my water's garlicky.
Oh, my God.
Blah.
You poor guys.
We got it. Next time, though,
My makeup
we're trying
is
to growl.
smearing.
He's gonna have mascara running down his face.
No, I didn't put on mascara because she got close with the brush and was poking in my eyes and it scared me.
All right, just keep it up. Next. This is for kids. What is the full name of the character, the Count, on Sesame Street?
He has a name?
What's his full name?
He has a name?
He does. in
I'm
fact.
glad I'm not alone here. Thank you. We're gonna awkwardly wait. We're having a stroke. There we go.
No, we touch hands.
Yeah, there we go.
Aw.
There we go.
Okay.
I've
Can you
never
guys-
struggled harder with
Can you
trying
guys
to
do
make.
this? And just see
Yeah.
what you
I don't
transform
think this
into.
one's gonna
What do
go
we
well.
become?
Other way, Jack. There you go.
What do we become? What do we become?
A mistake. Wait, I already am.
Aw. All right, so here's
Fusion! Ha!
here's what I'll do. I want you to just give me a guess what his full name might be, and whoever's the closest wins.
I like Count Von Count. Thank
I
you,
like Count
Winchester.
Von. I like Count Von. How about
No reading the chat.
Too
They have
late.
Google.
Already read it.
Count
I'm trusting the chat to save me from this fucking garlic.
Rimpus Pimpus?
Wimpus Pimpus?
Yeah. There it is.
There's your self
my guess.
off.
Of all the great names
Yeah,
that
yeah,
come
yeah.
to you instantly, like Jack Townsend,
That's it.
Count Rimpus
That's the one.
Pimpus.
Rimpus Pimpus.
Listen, names are hard. We do
He
not
goes- he
bully
goes,
people for names.
Because and he counts because he's a pimp.
Gator don't play in
He be
shit.
Pimpin.
That's why
It's
his
Count
count's
Von
high.
Count.
Oh,
Count
is it
Von
really?
Count. It really
Wow.
is. Some of Count Von Count's bats are named Grisha, Misha, Sasha. His birthday, according to Sesame Street website, is October 9th.
Okay.
Fun facts. So
Oh, he's a
T
Libra.
read the chat sooner, so I guess that means he got it right.
Silas has been requested this time.
Oh, you guys are okay. All right. Crap, what are we gonna say to Silas right now?
Do I have to
Not gonna
get
break anyone.
a towel of any sort?
We're just gonna make Viv cry, guys.
No, you're definitely not gonna. Nah, you don't have to worry about that. Nah, you're fine. Nah, man, don't worry about it. Yeah, they call me the trash man. Sometimes I like to play in the trash. Eat some of it too. Yeah, it's the time. No, I'm always stealing the Jack stuff. Oh wait, no, I died. So that doesn't happen anymore. But I miss you guys, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. Hi.
You're making everybody cry now.
He was a fan favorite character that I killed off on Easter.
You
Aww.
bastard. Did you bring
You
him back 3 days
monster.
later?
I'm not even. I know, right? But that was the joke because I didn't.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good punchline.
Wait, what poll? T cheated. What happens?
I didn't cheat. There's never been a rule stated that I can't read the chat. Nobody said The community cannot assist.
Just answer faster.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Question
Problem solved.
next. Don't know what number we're on. The category is general. Which of these is not generally considered to be protection from vampires?
Let's go.
I'm gonna read them fast. Shout it out. Holy symbol, garlic, running water, mirror.
Running water.
Protection would be mirror, because I know they can't cross running water because
which is-
streams.
Oh, mirror.
Yeah, mirror is
of
the only
these
one that wouldn't make sense as a protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Touche.
It is mirror.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
Some
running
I
water
literally
is
thought
a
of,
very...
I was thinking about a faucet. literally thinking about. I'm like, oh yeah, like a sink.
I don't remember what the narrative was, but there's literally one where like a vampire is chasing somebody through the woods, and she jumps across the stream, and she just turns and like taunts him because they can't cross running water. And it wasn't even like a river, like we're talking like a brook. So it was like just a small stream just kind of running through. The vampire's like, fuck. All right, I guess I'm going home now.
All right, so you got that one wrong. So now the request is Nidia. Nadia? Nedia.
Oh, they want Nadia?
Yeah.
All right, Nadia. Who you want? Nadia or Aiden, guys? I see a lot of. Oh, a lot of Nadia. Okay. All right, Nadia.
So, all right. So, hi. So this is my other character, Nadia. He's a little bit more innocent, a little more of the lesser formed characters. He pretty much was born not very long ago, but he's been rapidly aging mentally to catch up to where he was supposed to be. But yeah, he's just a sweetheart. He's basically the personification of a Disney prince. Just less like, you know. He's pretty much like a Disney prince. Same amount of thinking, same amount of knowledge. Yeah.
He is the cinnamon roll. He is the blue bean.
But I'm still trying to read the Karma Sutra, and I can't figure out why Karma wrote this book.
Reading the Karma Sutra. I like these. And again, just like everything else, you just decided, I'm going to learn how to do different voices.
Yeah. I've been doing voices forever. Like, I can do a lot of different accents and a lot of different voices, and I do a lot of different like anime voices too, and yeah.
Okay, I want to hear an anime voice from the chat. Tell them which one.
Oh, who do you want that I've done? Make sure it's someone that I know.
Yeah, you guys would know better than I would. All right, next question.
To your Dracula impression.
Geography.
Oh no.
It is geography. Bran Castle, Hunyad Castle, and Penari Castle are all possibilities for the basis of Castle Dracula in the Dracula legend, as well as Bram Stoker's book. In which country do all of these castles stand?
Transylvania.
Bran Castle, Hunyad Castle, and Penari Castle. Penari.
Just going with Transylvania.
Romania.
Romania!
Fuck.
It gave me 4 options, but I wanted to see if he was going to just name one that was already true.
Yeah.
Bran Castle is on the border between Wallachia and Transylvania.
Wallachia.
Hunyad Castle serves as Vlad the Impaler's prison for 7 years, and Penari Castle is in the Argus River Valley. All of these castles in Romania. Oh,
Growl.
Some bitch.
we can growl.
No,
we can
growl.
growl.
You could. They wanted
We
you.
can growl.
They wanted you guys to try to growl.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We'll
I
take
think
it.
I'd rather
I say
eat
save
garlic.
your. Oh, then growl.
I'd rather growl.
I think I'd rather eat garlic.
Okay,
I don't have a growl.
I'll go first.
Oh, let's go.
You know when Simba is like, Dad, teach me to roar.
Oh my god. That's.
It's what I sound
that
like in
was
the morning. I'm
very
trying to
good.
get the phlegm out.
I nailed it.
You nailed it. It was
nailed it.
perfect. It was incredible.
Thank you. I thought so.
We got our clip. We can move on.
No, it's Teen, your turn.
You gotta growl. No.
Yes.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Then eat garlic.
Well,
Okay.
He's eating garlic alone. And you have to do it while answering this next question. You got your spoonful?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, down the hatch.
Oh.
I regret it immediately.
Next question. History. From 1913 to 1930, a serial rapist and killer dubbed the Vampire of Dusseldorf murdered at least 9 people. He boasted of more and was finally arrested and guillotined in 1932. What was the vampire's name? The Vampire of Dusseldorf, guillotined in 1932.
No clue.
I'm gonna need a multiple choice.
Okay,
here.
I'll give you multiple choice. Your options are Eusebius Piadagnell. Can't even tell you how to spell it. Jack the Ripper, Peter Curtin, or H.H. Holmes.
Well, it's clearly not Jack the Ripper. They never caught him, and they're pretty
TSP
sure it was
said
a
I
woman
was-
at this point.
DSP said I was not guillotined.
What was
Was
the
it?
second to last one?
Peter Curtin, or H.H. Holmes, or
I'm gonna say Peter. I'm gonna say Peter Curtin.
Yeah, because I think Holmes was based in Chicago, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No idea. Correct answer? Peter Curtin!
Yeah.
Curtin, with an umlaut, Curtin, is popularly supposed to be the inspiration for Peter Lorre's killer in the 1931 Fritz Lang classic, M. Though Lang denied any connection, the real Curtin's head, after it was separated from his body, is on display in Ripley's Museum in Wisconsin.
Do you know the last
Okay.
guillotine was in
All
like,
right.
1983 in France?
They were like, "Fuck this guy! Just have him on display forever." Oh my god.
Wait, at Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Sorry, I can't get you guys. There's like a lag, and every time I click your names to get off the screen, it just keeps it there. My B. All right, you were right. Good job, Jack. Oh my God. Majestically.
Jack
just
the Ripper has been identified
aggressively
through DNA
thanking us.
analysis as a Dutch immigrant. I didn't know that.
Really?
I did not know that one.
All right, T. Back down the hatch, unless you want to growl.
Nope.
More garlic, good for the soul, right? It's good for
I
you
don't
somewhere.
think so. I don't think it's good for anything
Oh
at this
shit!
point.
I just dumped it in my lap.
Oh no.
At least that's less that has to go in my mouth.
Oh no.
Take it easy. I keep thinking I'm gonna like LeBron cloud out of my mouth.
Yeah, you think we're gonna get used to it. Every time, you don't.
This guy is gonna cook tomorrow, and I'm gonna taste garlic. And I'm just like, I don't want to fucking eat this.
I
don't
hope this
wanna...
doesn't ruin garlic for me.
Hope this doesn't ruin your taste buds in general.
No.
Like, oh my gosh, all
this
you
doesn't
taste is
give me
garlic from
IBS.
now on. You go and you go and you eat just like something normal, and you're like, why does this taste like garlic? Why does this taste like garlic? And it's just forever garlic.
It's like the opposite of
Forever
COVID.
garlic,
I wanna be forever.
forever garlic.
All right, what do you say to one more question? Because I'm not sure if he gets it right, I can take any more than that.
I regret reading this. An eighth of tablespoon of garlic powder equals 1 clove. I've eaten some cloves.
We have
It's
eaten
good for your
like
bloodstream.
entire
It's healthy.
garlic.
That's
Holy
healthy.
shit.
It's good for your bloodstream. Helps it run easier.
Okay. Last question, please, God. Under hobbies, what is the campaign setting in Dungeons and Dragons universe that features the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich?
Strahd. Curse of Strahd.
Curse of Strahd.
One of
Try
the
again.
most frustrating campaigns to run to in no end. But also, fuck you, Wizards of the Coast. Eat
We
a
have
bag
feelings.
of dicks, bastards.
Agreed.
Anyways, what was your question?
If you thought Curse of Strahd was the correct answer, I'm going to say that's neither of these options. Try again.
Ooh.
Wait, what was the question? Now I'm confused. I heard it was Curse of Strahd and just went.
What is the campaign setting in the Dungeons and Dragons universe that features the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich?
Oh.
You mean
I don't
setting
get it
like
wrong, though.
the actual like land?
I
think it's Barovia or something of that combination of letters.
I'm not even know what I'm looking at right now. These all look like maybe Harry Potter houses or classes that you take at Hogwarts.
I don't recommend running Curse of Strahd. House of Horrors, which is their intro to Curse of Strahd, is a lot of fun, but running Curse of Strahd fucking sucks.
Okay, I'll read these quick, and first person to tell me the correct. Greyhawk, Forgotten Realms, Ravenloft, Spelljammer.
Oh,
Ravenloft.
Yeah. I didn't realize that's what you meant by setting, but
We'll call that a tie, and ties are broken with two
Tie!
growling.
Nope. Good try.
We'll all growl all at once. How about that?
Let's do it all together. All together.
All together. Alle zusammen. Ready?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3. I think I got it that time.
You know, that was.
Oh no! We broke the stream. I'm here. We're here. We are
Hi.
here.
What happened?
It literally broke stream.
The
broke
growl
the
was
stream?
so bad that it broke the stream. But we're back.
This keeps happening to me. Oh my gosh.
Jack, the vampire Townsend. The Townsend Jack vampire.
Townsend, vampire, Jack, the.
There's
This
one
has been
more. Who can get it?
a pleasure. Townsend vampire, the Jack.
It has been a pleasure on my part as well. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate you guys. I love what you're doing here. Keep being geeky. Keep nerd culture alive, guys. This is amazing, honestly.
We appreciate that, man. Thank you for bringing your community. We have not had a chat pop off like this in a while. I don't know if we've ever had 590 comments in our chat feed at one point.
I am thrilled to be here. I don't belong it here, but I'm thrilled to be here.
We are up to 505 followers. We started this morning at 473. So now we get to be in a hot tub because of you. Where are we getting a hot tub? We still don't know.
We don't have
But
one.
there will be a hot tub stream somehow.
And real quick, rapid fire, because we asked questions on our Instagram and I forgot to ask them.
Oh my god.
So rapid fire, okay? Lightning.
Let's go.
If you bite Bowser, will he gain the power of eyebrows?
Yes.
Unknown vampire powers.
What's your favorite piece of jewelry to wear and its meaning behind it?
This is my favorite one. Number one, because it's badass. Number two, because it is also a legitimate antique. Number three, it is because my fiance's mother gave it to me, and that woman is a saint, and I love her with all my
Aww.
heart.
What are all the little pieces on it?
Oh, check them out.
That is
That's
pretty
dope
cool.
as hell. That's too cool. Yeah, you got to wear that every day.
I do.
Do you eat the peanut butter first in the Reese's peanut butter cups like the ad says?
Actually, I use my magic to flip it inside out, and then I eat it that way.
Sounds messy.
It's weird.
All right, that's it. Good job. Oh my god, guys, honestly, this has been an amazing Geek Out sesh, and I like all day I knew, we hadn't even communicated that much yet, and I just knew that tonight was gonna rock.
Oh, same.
From your content, from the community, like the love that was poured onto the post, I was like, oh, we're gonna have a good time. So thank you, Tham, I'm gonna get it right one of these days. As a card-carrying member, soon to be, I have to get it right.
Damn right.
Thank you for showing up for Jack. Thank you for showing up for us and blowing up our chat with love, the follows, the subs. We love you. Come back next week. We got more goodness on the way. Teed, look up the schedule while I'm talking.
So Wednesday, T streams. Obviously, that's where you get to see this ugly mug more. I think we're playing
beautiful.
Bannerlord this week because that's a game
Ooh.
that
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
have fallen into excessively and fantastic. But we've got a lot. We've got a heavy stream week this week. So T streams
Heavy
on
stream.
Wednesday. City of Mist on Thursday for episode 24. On Friday, we actually have part 1 of our co-stream with Let's Get Rollin'. That game will be streamed at Let's Get Rollin', ran by Simba. I will be modding in chat, helping 4 incredible streamers learn to play D&D for the first time. And I want to make sure I give them some proper love here real quick. So Friday's stream will have Doodle Bob Johnson, Is It the Shoes, Miss P, and Nimka. Everybody you should be following on Twitch if you are not yet. And then on Sunday, a continuation of that one shot, but DM'd by myself. We will have Black Kid Flash. We will have Decent Studios, Farles Barkley, and Hot Pink Yorkie. So please make sure you tune in on Friday and Sunday because the stories are intertwined together. And that's one of many co-streams coming up for this year. We just locked something in for Team Drew's Basement next month. Yeah, we've got a lot of shit going on. Now we have a 24-hour live stream to get ready for you guys. And it's all because of you beautiful people that we were able to do this tomfoolery every fucking week. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we wouldn't be doing this without you. So you're all beautiful humans. We love, appreciate, respect you. And consensually, please come back and keep giving us all this love because I'm thriving off of this.
Honestly, yeah. And Irene Kiru, so thank you for bringing attention to us and being respectful. That's all we ever want to do. We never want to do any less for any of these communities that we bring in. So thank you for being respectful and amazing all night.
Love you, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. God damn it! Can I steal that?
That's beautiful.
That's the greatest combination of words I've ever seen in my fucking life. Son of a bitch, that's good.
So stick around. We're raiding. We're taking all this great energy to Let's Get Rollin'. And then next week, we will be live again with 225 Games, which is a gaming publisher. So if you want to find
next week.
your next game to get obsessed over, come back and learn why. But Vampire Jack, we have a little tradition at the very end of the stream. We're gonna, and we never talk about it beforehand because I literally forget to every week. So it sounds fake by now, but it's real. So we're all gonna say our names, and then we're gonna say, yeah, you just keep, and then we all say geeking out together. Okay. So until next time, I'm Bozer.
I'm T.
I'm Jack.
And you just keep
geeking
out. Love you.
Bye.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna hold